EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us down under in the beachside city of Melbourne, Australia. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Black Knights of Melbourne.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Now the fourth-year man, it's Cam Akers. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. But you look at this defense.
And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked.
DeForest Buckner breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback.
Under pressure, they got him again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
What a great job getting pressure here on the first drive. 3 plays and already 2 sacks.
And that pressure has been intense right from the beginning. And I'm telling you, if they don't make an adjustment in play calling and protection, it'll go from intense to relentless.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. It's fielded at the 45. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Come on. Hey. Hawk 70.
Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Richardson back to throw it.
Flushed out right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
2nd down. Here's Richardson.
And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Boyd's someone who seems like he's been underrated his entire 7-year career, and I think that assessment is correct. Quietly gathered almost 800 yards last season and was a big part of their ranking in the top 5 in the NFL when throwing the football. Always dependable, always available to move the chains.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Gay's kick is good.
And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When you look at this defense,
and this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And how about that last play? Did you see how quickly they got to the ball? Caused a loss of yardage? Yeah, that play shows exactly why their ranking is justified.
And now they're just hoping to see more of that. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. This looks like a free play for Stafford. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. They still need 6 yards here on 3rd down after the penalty. Now it's Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether it's seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
off play action. Richardson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
From the gun, it's Taylor. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
Back deep, Tariq Cohen. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this to Akers.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd down and 4.
32. Ready?
Going right back to Akers.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. To go, 2nd down.
Stay 50, stay 50.
A give up the middle to Akers.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
A give running right is Akers.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
Going with a big fullback line. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, 70. Omaha, remove. 20 high.
Akers is into the end zone. Touchdown, L.A.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Donovan Peoples-Jones now from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's Richardson to throw. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
That'll give him 8 that time. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because if you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
19 Charger, 19 Charger.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
Shelling through the defense. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. Well, they go with a tight end carry. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. Goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
Now 2nd and 3. They'll go again here with Akers.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
The big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Richardson to the air on 1st down. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They go play action with Richardson.
He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
3rd and 1, Richardson to throw. And a throw for Pittman is intercepted.
And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Peoples-Jones going to elect to bring this one out.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Donovan Peoples-Jones.
And finally, he goes out of bounds just 10 yards shy of the end zone. A spectacular return.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure they thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
Richardson to throw again after the pick 6.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Gay knocks this one through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. This still a one-possession game. 8 points the difference as we resume action on EA Sports. Peoples-Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
On the counter, it's Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Meanwhile, Richardson's throw pulled in by Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On the move to his left. This is caught. It's Boyd. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Richardson. Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down.
70 Timberwolves. Cougar 19. Ready.
To the right side, this is Taylor. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And this will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Taylor. Touchdown. But DeMeco Ryans, even with the defensive mindset, he'll elect to go for 2 here. Richardson will throw for it. And this one incomplete.
So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
The third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
On the handoff, running left is Akers.
He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Now Stafford.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And some space here. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
It was Kwity Paye who made the stop coming off the edge. 3rd quarter of a 2-point game, a good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. Stafford going to change it up here.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another 1st down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
Now a toss play for Akers.
Touchdown, LA!
Cam Akers, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are able to add on to that lead. That run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes this a 9-point game. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Peoples-Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Richardson working from the gun. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Richardson on 3rd and short. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. He'll return it from the 6. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. The offense on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Fourth down, desperation time. Here's Richardson.
Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
On the give, this is Akers.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
117 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Stafford going to give this to Akers.
And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll try the air now with Stafford.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford.
He'll buy some time right.
He'll dump this off to Akers.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Let's go now.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out. Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game.
And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
Come on.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Broncos. Ready.
Now Richardson.
He completes it to Boyd. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On second down, it's Taylor.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson.
Flush to his right.
The toss here completed to Pittman.
Touchdown!
Michael Pittman.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Black Knights have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Two scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
They'll give this to Akers running right.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
Touchdown, LA!
Cam Akers
with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year.
And the Rams have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Tanner Brown to kick off for the Rams.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Peoples-Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And bulldozing his way through.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Back to Taylor on first down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. He'll get this off to Taylor.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Michael Pittman with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Black Knights are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.